When 9/11 happened, I was living in I don't know how familiar you are with Brooklyn. There's an area called Dumbo. It's right over the Brooklyn Bridge. And I was living there, been out the night before, I think celebrating a friend's birthday or some kind of party, so it's kind of late. You know, back then, we really didn't have the mobile phones we had today. I had very rudimentary, basic phones, so it wasn't getting news reports. The only way I got like a news report was through a scanner or over the radio. And the radio had announced that that a small plane had flown into the North Tower, the World Trade Center.
Holy shit!
I should have just jumped out of bed and raced out the door, but it actually took some coaxing from my then girlfriend, now wife, to really put a move on it. And so I raced out. I had one camera body, 2 lenses. Immediately, there was just an overwhelming sound of helicopters. I could just see some smoke coming up behind some buildings. And then I got down to the base of the Brooklyn Bridge where I could see what was really happening. And the North Tower was just, you know, everyone's seen that video and those pictures of that smoke just billowing. It was just, I couldn't get my thoughts together. That's what the setup was for that image that I took. I got there and there was maybe a dozen or so, primarily taxi drivers. They were all out of their cars, just staring, pointing, you know, and I was talking with them and I was shooting. I never thought in a million years that another plane was coming. We really thought this was a tragic mistake. Through pure, you know, luck, I had put my camera up. I was just shooting some more pictures when that second plane just came slamming into the South Tower. And, you know, honestly, I never saw that plane coming.
Holy shit, Martin.
It was kind of strange going back over all these years and thinking about this and the memories of that day. Was I shot that picture of the explosion, immediately put my camera down and to make sure I had the picture. And I remember one of the taxi drivers running over, looking over my shoulder and looking into the LCD on the back of the camera and screaming, "He's got it, he's got it," which was kind of bizarre because we had all just witnessed this event happening, but I don't think we really believed it. And it wasn't until we saw it on the back of my LCD and my primitive digital camera that we all, the group of us, were like, what just happened?
Baby, you have to listen to me carefully. I'm on a plane that's been hijacked. I'm on the plane. I'm calling from the plane. I want to tell you I love you. Please tell my children that I love them very much. And I'm so sorry, babe. I hope to be able to see your face again, baby. I love you. Bye.
You know, you're so often used to seeing pictures from that day, and I think probably rightly so, of just real catastrophe and people running and people screaming and just the chaos of it. And this is more of a quieter moment. And it did happen. It happened, you know, to thousands and thousands of people. I would love to know what they were thinking, because I when I look at the picture, I'm sure, like myself, we were all in a sense of like low-level shock, disbelief. Today, we probably would have had a somewhat better idea because we would be getting more news alerts on our phones, and it would have been a little more calming. But we just had no idea. And so these people, you know, moments after this has happened, are kind of commonly, obviously, I assume they're workers, you know, employees at some business, and I don't know if they're friends, family, and they're this kind of calmly, in an almost surreal way, walking home. Look through that, you would see that is a moment when, you know, thousands of people's lives are coming to an end.
'Cause I love you. 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 '
I definitely have mixed feelings about it. It's not something I want to look at every day. And I think people who cover conflict or war, you're always conflicted. When I go to colleagues' homes, or you very rarely see their photos of conflict or something hung up on walls, and it's something that's done, and you have a pride in it, and you will revisit it. It's not something you necessarily want to constantly visually take in.